for no reason at all. That's why we do this project. Same thing. Ooh. In some ways, the crowning glory of my teen years was also my descent into madness, drug addiction, and ruined hotel rooms. Not really any of those things, but in a way, what I'm going to tell you about is my teenage career. The way I knew I'd made it was when I got a call from a science museum to do a gig for the Summer Planetarium show. And it turned out that my dear friend was also called for this. So this friend and I were locked in a paneled sound booth. No, a paneled recording, whatever we were, tiny. It was really, really not a COVID-safe environment. And we played a boy and a girl, Bobby and Judy. Bobby got a telescope for his birthday. And he took Judy out into the woods to play with his telescope. And they were pointing at things in the sky. We were looking at our script on the stand in front of us, and we couldn't get through it. So she would say, "Look, I see Orion, the archer." "Where? I don't see. Look. Here's his shoulder, and there's his other shoulder. And down there is Sirius, his dog. You know, if you follow the trail of his dagger." Now, all of this, once we got the giggles, it was over. Now, clearly, telescope had a kind of PG-13 connotation for us. But it got to where we couldn't talk about anything. Here's one shoulder, here's another one. I remember the breaking point was when I saw Arcturus as Bobby. And Judy couldn't see Arcturus, and so I said, "Look, here is his knee." And that was when the person in the sound booth said, "All right, step out." One at a time. We had to record our lines one at a time because we made each other laugh so much. I'm laughing about it 40 years later. It's the funniest thing. They invited us back, but the thing that really did us in was later in one of those years when we were on stage at an elementary school doing a scene with a third person. And we had missed our cue. So there was no one on stage. It was a play about Aesop's fables. The friend who had played Judy had gotten herself into a yoga pose because she was really nimble. She was a dancer. And she couldn't get out of that pose. So we were late. And it was all over. We could not get through the scene. We should have just walked off the stage and had Jennifer come out with her pretend microphone as the sports announcer, the sportcaster, who was talking about the race of the tortoise and the hare. It was a sort of a motif through the show. But no, we tried to get through the show and tried to do what we could. And as I look back with tunnel vision through that telescope, I think, oh, kids, you made it through Arcturus. You made it through the birthday party and the telescope taken out in the middle of the night and shown to your friend Judy, but you didn't make it through that Aesop's fable missed cue.